Good morning, everybody. It's a great day for curling here in Wausau, Wisconsin at the 2021 Mixed Doubles National Championship. Today we got a quarterfinal matchup coming up. Good morning. I'm Joel Dietz here in the broadcast booth, and I'm joined always by the man with the silky smooth voice, Dean Gamble. How you doing, Dean?
I am excellent, Joel. We are here again. It's a tradition like no other. Championship curling in May in Wisconsin, but in these most unusual times, we're all grateful to have it and happy to have it. We are here on championship weekend. In just less than a couple of hours, we will determine 2 more spots in the U.S. Olympic team trials for mixed doubles curling. And by the end of the day, we will have crowned the 2021 U.S. Mixed Doubles National Champion. I'm joined again by 2016 and 2017 U.S. Junior Champion Christine McMakin. Christine, welcome.
Good morning.
Glad to have you here. Thank you for getting up at this 9 a.m. hour. And our feature game is on sheet 2. We are featuring Kim Rime and Jason Smith taking on Jenna Burchesky and Ben Richardson. So that's our feature matchup right in front of us here on sheet 2. On the sheet 4, in the other quarterfinal game, Luke Violette and Aileen Geving are playing Alex Leichter and Monica Walker. Again, Olympic trial spots on the line in both these games. Winners will get spots and advance to the semifinals, and the losers will be eliminated. So one of those win and keep going or lose and you're out situations. This is Jason Smith throwing his first stone of the first end.
Okay, I like the weight. I think you're close.
Okay, line's good.
You're a 4 right now.
Okay, you can go. Line's good. Whatever you gotta do. Hard.
I'm
Line's
so
good.
happy to see Jason
Whoa,
playing
whoa.
this week.
You can.
I've seen him practice at Chaska a couple times in the last couple months, and he has been having some problems with his knee.
Oh, I have seen him getting some treatment. So he told me the other
like
day
this?
it was feeling pretty good.
I was thinking the intern.
So
Intern?
Yeah. We can always chop off the red if we need to.
some curling fans will remember Jason Smith from the 2010 Olympic
Is that what you
Games
took?
when he played
took it here
third for
more.
John Schuster in
For
Vancouver.
more?
He's been
Yeah.
a fixture in
Okay, give me a little more
elite
then.
level curling in the United States for some time, although he took a number of years off to go, for some mistaken reason, go and work in Florida for a while. But he came back to the game. Even all the warm weather couldn't keep him away from curling.
Felt pretty close to me.
Ben Richardson
Right.
throwing his
good.
first.
You got room.
No, his second,
good.
sorry.
Plenty of room.
His first.
T-line.
It's got a curl.
Weight's pretty good here.
Got a curl.
Little bump. Little bump. Curl. Curl.
Okay.
Okay. That's not bad.
Pretty nice. You know, this we're looking at sheet 2 again. The ice here is fantastic, Christine, and I think, you know, all credit to Sean Olson and his team of ice techs.
This two's gonna jam,
I think
isn't
we're
it?
fortunate here in the
Huh?
United States to
What are
get
you
some of the
thinking?
best championship
Well, I was thinking
surfaces
hit that
around.
one, but
But this
I mean,
sheet
the
2
two's
may
not-
be the trickiest sheet in the
You're gonna
building,
lose
I
in
think,
3.
as we
I
saw
don't
last
Here, you
night.
can try it.
For sure, you know.
The other thing is you can
yeah,
just hold him to
definitely in
one.
that game,
you gotta
Violet
get in
versus
it, though.
Geving, we saw some negative ice
think?
being
Honestly,
given. We
whatever
saw
you
some
think.
we
tricky
gotta make sure we're all the way
rocks.
to the
So we'll
inside,
see
though.
how the teams today, this morning, handle it.
I know the crew did a bit of work on it last night to see if they could resolve a few things. It's certainly, to be honest, it's better than just about most sheets any of us will play on a regular basis. But certainly some spots where last night the players were a little uncertain of where to throw the stone.
I think the weight's maybe a
Line's
touch
tight,
light.
so. Yep. Hard. Hard. Kim, go!
I think they're sweeping for
Hard!
both weight and line here.
Hard! Hard! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Looks like Jason's going to crash on the guard.
Not bad. You like that?
I don't mind it.
I think we just
Might be that same
Kinda
tricky
play
spot
this.
from a couple games
and we
ago.
might
There
get
was
lucky if we catch this
that
one, it
same
might
line
end
playing
up
some
good for
draws.
us. So I think if
Came
we
up
just single
short and
field, that's
crashed.
okay.
You know, Christine is,
Try to hit kinda
has
like
a
a
theory on
quarter.
the red rocks on this sheet that there might be some that need to be identified as rocks that curl or are especially straight. I tend to agree with that.
Ben, you don't like just going this
If I
way?
was playing on this
Which
sheet
way?
and had choice of rocks, I would pick yellow.
I don't think so, no.
All right.
We're trying to pick this one first.
Actually,
Yeah.
I was just informed that they did have the choice of rocks for the sheet for this game, so they might not be the same same rocks that were on the sheet yesterday that we saw. So they might not be sheet 2 rocks.
Yes, that's true. As we get into later rounds, the teams can choose from any sheets so that are available to
Close.
them.
Okay, that's not bad.
At this point.
I think we play this.
Okay.
Just a
Do you
hair.
like it?
Just a hair off nose.
Okay.
I'll throw a bullet at it just to be safe.
Just in case.
Just in case.
You
We
know.
gotta get rocks moving.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Jason would
here?
like to rearrange this house, as he said, like to get rocks moving. It's not a terrible situation for them, and not terrific. I think I would call this middling for both teams at the moment, Christine.
Yes, for sure. I'm thinking 2 yellows go, but I don't know if the top 4-foot yellow will spin enough to get out of the house, but we'll see here. Rocket's coming down.
Looks like he's going to hit a little thinner than he might have liked, but pretty good result. Well, maybe not, actually. Not
Spin enough to
Well,
get out of the house, but we'll see
Not a
here.
pretty
Rocket's
bad
coming
result.
down.
I think I like that.
Either that or we kind of try to play this.
I think I prefer threes.
You like this?
thinner than he might have
Trying to
liked,
think. We
but
don't really want to. It's a little dangerous though, because we don't want to tap it at all and then give them. Well, I guess the double's always going into this, so I think it's okay.
Just make
Yeah,
it
I
good.
agree
let's
with
play it.
Ben. I like freezing in the pocket in there, and then any smash that Jason has, the rock that we see on the right-hand side of the button will go right into those other 2 reds on the back of the 4-foot, and your rock that's in the pocket
That was his
is
last,
not
wasn't
going
it?
anywhere.
Yeah.
It's pretty much in
Okay, I
jail.
like this thing.
they do need to be careful here because that is a lonely yellow.
Very much so.
So he definitely wants to make sure
a
this
little less
rock,
sensitive
at least one of these stones, is in a position that's difficult to remove.
Feels like I might need it.
Okay, I'm gonna go a little because it's a little tight.
Okay. Yep.
So Ben Richardson jumping up, joining Jennifer Chesky, sweeping for line. He thought it was a little tight out of his hand, a little narrow where he wanted to throw it.
Line's looking pretty good now. Just needs to get into that pocket.
Easy.
Well, this is going to be a peach. Nice.
Very nice.
Well, the double jams.
Take this one.
Pick it.
Hit it on the, hit it as thick as you can.
Okay. So,
What do you want to throw?
8.5.
Okay. You like this?
Touch less.
So Kim Rhyme is going to try to pick the shot stone and leave themselves lying second shot, and or leave themselves lying shot. This team is coached by Bill Rhyme. I think that's Bill behind there. There's some leaning going on here, but I think it looks pretty good for the pick if it holds.
Nice throw, Kim. Perfect.
So now Kim Rhyme
We are
and Jason
second.
Smith are lying one.
So We could just, you want to just peel this for one. That would be the safe call.
I mean, that or draw.
Or draw.
I like
But
draw.
I mean, if we make contact with this, we get one. It's up to you though.
I think I prefer the draw.
Okay.
So Jenna's electing to throw the draw. She needs a little piece of the button. I think Ben was favoring the pick, the peel, which I think I might have thrown first end. What do you think, Christine? What shot do you like here?
I probably would have thrown the pick. I think just in the first end, you know, she hasn't thrown a rock in
Sweep it almost to get to the nose of that red.
Yeah, I think-
9 rocks now.
Yeah.
Lots of rocks down this in-turn path. I mean, on the bright side though, it looks like she does have a little bit of backing,
Yep, I like
and
that.
she could possibly, if it's wide and heavy, she could roll off into the button and get her one that way.
True enough. We all know if you have the backing in your head, it often
like it. It's a
results in a
little heavy.
miss. It says it's a little heavy out of
Little
hand, so
heavy.
maybe she is going to play to that. This is
Oh, I
also
think-
the
yeah,
side
that's it.
last night we saw that was tracking a little bit.
I was gonna say, I think, oh yep, this looks like
It's got a long way to curl. From the hack, this did not look like an easy draw. That's
Curl.
one thing I saw.
Okay, one red. Yeah.
That's going to be one red. So as we head to the, as we leave the end of the first end, it is 1-0 for Kim Rime and Jason Smith over Burchesky and Richardson. We'll be back with the second end in just a minute with Burchesky in this mixed doubles nationals 2021 quarterfinal.
Want to gear up for curling? Goldline is the official curling equipment supplier of USA Curling. Head to goldlinecurling.com to find what you're looking for.
And we are back here at the 2021 USA Curling Mixed Nationals quarterfinals. We have Kim Rime, Jason Smith taking on Jenna Burchesky and Ben Richardson. 1-0 as we head to the second end. Burchesky, Richardson holding hammer. Over on sheet 4, quick update over there. We have first end score,
Nice
Geving
big.
Violet are ahead 1-0. They scored 1 with the
Yep.
hammer in the first
Whoa, whoa,
end.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Gotta go.
Okay, go. Yep, hard. Yep, hard. You got it. Go, 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 go. Keep going.
Quick breakdown of some of the rules of mixed doubles curling for people who are not as familiar with it. Each team starts with 6 stones,
Sorry.
but one of those stones
90.
is
Okay.
positioned in
can still do
play
the
before
intern if you like.
the
I like it.
deliveries and
Yep.
throwing begins, which means each team throws 5 stones. The order is one player throws 1 and 5, the other player throws 2, 3, and 4.
Small ad.
Okay, I
Feels
like
like
it.
you could go.
Players
Yep.
are allowed to change which
Mine's good.
position they
Wait's
throw
close.
from throughout the game,
Got
but
room.
most do not.
Wait's really
We haven't
close.
seen anybody
Gotta
do
curl.
that here this week.
Got to sit a bit. Don't want to go yet.
One rock is positioned as a centerline guard, the other rock at the back of the forfeit. In each game, both teams have the opportunity to call a power play, which means instead of the centerline guard,
Okay.
they place a corner guard and a rock behind that in the rings.
Same turn? All right.
There are no blank ends in mixed doubles curling. And what else am I missing here, Christine? Anything? Or did I give it the good rundown?
I think that's it. Other than, you know, timing, you start the game with 22 minutes of thinking
definitely
time,
straightened
so
out,
that
I
is time
Little bit.
that
I'm
it
gonna
takes
go to,
for
like,
you to
between
decide a
edges, yeah.
shot and put your shoulders over the tee line while you're throwing a rock. So you, going into the last end of the game, you want to have about 2 minutes
Think
and
you're all there
50
for weight?
seconds to play your
Tapping
last
right
end
now.
in mixed doubles,
Where?
just because there aren't as many
tee
rocks
line.
as in traditional curling.
T-line.
Mine's good.
So you'll
Line
see the
only.
players
Where?
keep an eye
Back
on
eight.
their
Okay,
time
close.
clocks
We're
as
gonna
the
bump
game
that
goes
yellow.
on.
Okay.
Few
Whoa.
things strategically in this mixed
Whoa.
doubles as we watch Jason
Yep.
Smith's first stone. He's trying to get inside here a
Yep.
little bit and chap off and roll
Okay,
under.
That's fine.
Pretty
Are we
nice.
still shot?
No, they're one.
That is
Okay.
a nice rock.
We're 2-3.
Just top 4?
Yeah.
Top 4?
Yep.
Okay.
Earlier, I think, Christine, I noted that there are no blank ends. Technically, that is not true. If you are trying to score 1, for instance, and you throw it through the rings, that is a blank end, but you don't get to retain hammer.
I actually had a really interesting thought about that yesterday. So
Close.
if you
Gonna wait a bit
are
here.
playing a team
close.
in
Pretty
the
good.
7th end of a game that has used
Wait's
their
good.
power play
Line's nice.
or
Wait's
whatever,
Let it
if
curl.
they
tap
have
if anything.
hammer,
Got to curl.
Okay.
if
Small
you
tap.
end
14-4.
up somehow
Oh.
by the end of the end with a blank house before you throw your last rock, and again, you don't have hammer. If you throw through the house, you're
sorry.
essentially doing the same thing as forcing because they have to take one.
That or we hit.
True enough.
Yeah. I was.
Huh?
They have to take one, or they can throw through and give you
mean,
the
I don't
hammer.
mind the
Yes,
drop.
and
You go
gives you
tied
the-
into the last.
True enough. Interesting point. So there's a few of those permutations that I think we're figuring out as we continue to play this format. First introduced at the Olympic level in
So what'd you get for
2018,
time on my last one?
where the United States was represented by the Hamiltons, Becca and Matt.
76 or 77, I think.
Okay. So like 85 is still the number.
Yeah. Okay, maybe a touch light.
Where? Line's good.
4,
Go then. Hard!
3.
Hard! Hard, Kim, go! Line's good,
Kim
go!
Rhyme sweeping for
Hard!
line and weight here, I think.
Hard!
Trying
go,
to
go, 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 go,
lock
go, go,
another
go.
one in there.
Hard, you got it! Whoa, 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 kiss off.
Just rubbing that rock in the 12-foot.
Could like slash this. Try to get a piece of it.
Ooh, I don't know
I
if
don't
I
really
like that.
anything here. I don't think. I guess we could play. No, I don't like playing it that way.
I agree
Yeah, I
that they
think we
have to
play
open
this
it
and
up.
Try to get a piece of this. We'll probably lose.
Hear
this
what
one,
Ben
but
settles on
that's
here.
okay. Looks
Yo.
like a third.
One of the things in mixed doubles
Fairly
curling,
big.
I believe, is that you have to determine if you're in trouble soon, and then make an effort to. If you're going to play runbacks and rearrange houses, you have to do them early. Have to do that earlier rather than
You like
later,
that ice?
because you may not have a chance
touch
to.
less.
With only 5
That's
thrown
good.
rocks, you can end up with not enough time to rearrange things and build things in your favor again.
Yeah. I think you know pretty much after your anchor throws the first rock, when you have the hammer, you know after your anchor throws the first rock if you're going to be bailing or not when you have the hammer.
True enough.
So Jenna did not make the freeze. She's sticking out kind of on the side of the button.
Oh.
That
Oh
was
my
a
God.
really nice shot. I thought for sure he was going to clip his back yellow. Ooh.
That was possible, and he discussed it a little bit, but that was a tremendous throw here.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
Just barely skinnied by the rock in the top 12 too.
Yeah, and just squeezes it through that opening. So now I think Jason Smith will try to replace that to some degree, but bury one that's difficult to remove.
Okay.
Shot of the game so far right there by Ben Richardson, who is a 4-time U.S. junior champion, 3 times on teams skipped by Andrew Stopera, and once with a team skipped by Luke Violette. Both of those players also in this
Okay, I
event.
think your weight's back 8 again.
Heavy again, huh?
Back 8,
I
yeah.
think Jenna, I believe, is also a 3-time junior national champion. I think,
Wait.
hasn't Jason won a junior nationals too?
Where?
I'm sure
Back
Jason
8.
has. I have Jenna as
Wait.
a 2-time,
Back 12. Oh, there you go.
Wait.
2-time junior champion.
Back 8.
But we could
Wait.
fact check that if somebody wants to fact check
Roll
it in the chat. Feel free.
Okay.
This is pretty good right here.
Yeah.
We just like kind of inside freeze.
And we will see
try to-
all
could
of
try to
these
kinda wick
players
off
in the
and
men's and
push us
women's
back
event
here.
next week
Okay.
too.
Sure, the men's and women's
I
national
think we
starts
played
on
that with,
Tuesday.
like a back
Like,
12.
We'll be
I
bringing
wouldn't
you
even throw a layer.
web
little
stream coverage
back
of
eight.
that
back
as
4,
well.
Back 8, I think.
Okay.
So Jason Smith, a little heavier than he'd like to be. Ben Richardson going to try to just move this a bit.
I do think this side is straightening up
Roll
a
a
bit.
bit to the
I
right.
think it is,
Jason
yeah.
Smith is a 2-time junior national
I'll take,
champion in
like,
2004, 2005.
A little outside edge of 8. I
Runner-up
think it's good.
in 03 and 02.
I think so.
Okay.
Thank you,
I
Joel.
think maybe, yeah.
I played against Jason quite a bit during my playing days.
Back 8.
Okay.
Feels all there to
Close
me.
for line. Close for line. Yep. 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 Hard.
I'm a little nervous
Hard.
because I heard Jenna say she
Hard, you
thought
gotta
the
go.
side was straightening
Hard.
up, but they are inside the
Hard.
4-foot line, which is where we're seeing some curl.
And it
Keep
looks
going, keep
like
going.
Ben's going to be
Keep going.
wrecking here.
Roll it off. Roll it off. Roll it off. Yep. 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 Yep.
We talked about this earlier, Christine, but it's more difficult in mixed curling to make shots perfectly than you can in the 4-person game with 2 brushers and somebody in the ring's always looking at the ice. So, how do you make yourself not get down on yourself when you have some shots that you might consider middling but aren't actually terrible?
Right. Mixed doubles is it's a game of make after miss, really. You will get misses in this game. It's just a fact. No one so far has played 100% in a mixed doubles game, and so just making sure that you're making after misses is really important in winning games. And you really can't get down on yourself, because even giving up, a couple ends in a row here and there, you're never safe. You really are never safe, because you can get a big end right back pretty easily.
pretty
You
good.
just need to make a couple good
Gotta go.
ones right in a row.
Gotta go.
Okay. Line's good. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You're never
keep
out
in.
of it.
Whoa,
It's
whoa,
okay.
whoa, whoa,
This is
whoa,
Kim
whoa.
Rhyme. This
It's
is their
okay.
last
Gotta
stone
go.
of the end. Jason thinks it's light.
Yep, hard.
Looks close.
Whoa,
It's
whoa,
good.
line's fine. Line's fine. Whoa, whoa,
Now
whoa,
they think
whoa,
the line
whoa.
is fine. They need to get a little roll under here.
Oh, you don't
Oh.
want to roll too far. Leave her that double. Yep.
Yes,
Pretty
they've left a
thin,
pocket
right, Sarah?
double.
I like it.
Just got to get a piece of this one.
I'm going to guess she's going to throw this with the in-turn.
You like the out turn on this?
Yeah.
There's
Okay, I
a
like
discussion.
that too.
They're going to throw the out.
I think with how thin
Almost
it
got to
is,
play to miss it here.
I like the out too.
I was thinking you like the center line for ice?
So Ben's thinking it's going to curl, because I have to imagine Jenna's throwing quite a
Yeah.
bit of weight.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. Either I'll just peel.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, you got it.
Close. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Jenna called him on
Whoa!
early. She's close.
Oh, she is really
Needs to
close.
curl a little bit. Curl up a bit. Oh,
Good shot.
What? I mean, it
did
did
score
enough.
3, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it was good enough for 3, even though she ticked on the guard.
Score 3 in this end is huge here.
Yeah.
Not exactly the way you draw it up. It's 2 for sure. They're looking at 3 from
I wouldn't mind giving a measure. Looks pretty close to me.
From our vantage point, it looks like 3 yellow, but they're going to put a stick on it and measure it to determine for sure. Meanwhile, over on sheet 4, while they're getting the measuring device out, over on sheet 4, it is now 2-1 Walker Leichter over Geving Violet as they head to the third end. Geving Violet will carry the hammer into that end. Here comes the measuring device, always exciting.
So for our viewers at home who are thinking that this maybe looks, oh, it's obvious that it's so-and-so color, our overhead camera is not the best angle to tell. Sometimes it's a little it can fool you a little bit just because of the way that we're looking down over the sheet over the house.
Now,
Yeah,
We-
so our angle is about 6 inches in front of the button, which can kind of skew your perspective of the house a little bit.
so it is 3 yellow, judging from what I saw on the dial. 3 yellow, and as the official determines it so, we will head to the third end with BURCHESKY Richardson carrying a 3-1 lead. Rhyme Smith will have hammer, and I believe we're going to do a price check.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
So I was so excited about the price check that I thought we were going to it right away, but we are going to it now. Price Atkinson with our price check update.
You're just so excited, Dean Gimmel, because of the dynamic duo that you and Christine have made, calling games now the second draw in a row. And, you know, another dynamic duo, Rich Runin, will be joining you a little bit later today on the stream. But, you know, Eileen Geving and Luke Violette down 2-1 over on sheet 4. You know, Eileen, obviously, most of our viewers might know, member of Team Peterson, the alternate, spent a few weeks there in the Calgary bubble, winning the bronze medal at the World Women's Curling Championship. But she was telling me the other day that after coming home, getting to see her family and be there for a few days and get settled back in, her daughter, Sienna, did not want her to leaving, was not feeling very well and did not want mommy to leave and was a little bit upset about that. But feeling a little bit better now, but want to say hey to Sienna, hopefully watching back home this morning. And, of course, when Mom brings home a bronze medal, that's always a good thing. So Eileen Geving, Luke Violette down 2-1 right now to Alex Leichter and Monica Walker on sheet 4. Back over, Dean.
Thank you, Price. It's always hard when you're curling. You have young children. You have to leave them. I'm now at the age where I have teenagers, so they're thrilled when I leave. So we have tough for Aileen to come to this event knowing that her kids are at home and missing her. Takes a full family commitment sometimes to curl at this level. There's a look in over at Geving Violette, Walker Leichter playing the third end. Geving Violette throwing the yellow stones, Walker Leichter throwing the red stones. Ben Richardson delivering
pretty good to me.
Mine's good.
over here on sheet 2.
Curl, if anything.
Wait's close.
Looks like this will be Alex
we're there.
Leichter's
14-0.
We're there.
second stone or last stone. I'm
That's
trying to
We're
see.
there.
Last stone, I think, for him.
Okay.
Nope, second stone.
So you might have just heard Ben Richardson
Tap it
say,
up.
or sorry, Jenna Burchesky say 14-0. So that is the time between the two hog lines on the sheet. So she clicks it at the far hog line when Ben lets go of the rock, and then clicks it at the near hog line as it's coming into the house. And it's just a measure to see how quickly
Probably
the
the same
rock
that we've been
is
playing?
coming into the house.
Yeah, maybe
So she said 14-0, which should be about back 8, which makes sense because it bumped that rock just to the back of the forefoot.
So typically while you were playing, Christine, you saw times 14 and a half.
Okay, I
Did it
think
get
the
up to
weight's
15
close.
sometimes?
Yes.
Lionel Lee.
Yep.
14
Lionel
and
Lee.
a half is about natural T-line weight. And sweeping really carries here. So I was seeing the highest number I saw get into the forefoot was a 15.2. A 15.2 got into the forefoot with end-to-end sweeping.
Well, that is what you get on championship ice. You'll get some of those times that are, it's certainly great to play on. It's a great experience when you can.
What'd you give me for ice on without?
I gave you just into the 12-foot for the left side edge of 8.
Okay. I'm going to take about the same.
Yeah.
And give it a little more rotation because my last one was a little.
Okay.
We're listening to Luke Violette there talk to Aileen Geving over in sheet 4. Oh, no, sorry, we're talking, sorry. Yes, we were, I've been corrected. That was Ben talking to Jenna.
Feels all there.
I thought it was really good.
He just felt he was a little soft
forward.
on his last release, so he's put a little
good,
bit more
close.
rotation on this rock, which
Mine's
means that
good.
it's going to curl a little
Mine's
less.
good,
So
all
hopefully
you.
he took a little bit
Room.
less room in his
Room.
head.
Mine's good. Mine's good. Get it there. Hard. Hard.
Looks close.
Hard.
Close to really
Go,
good.
go, go. Hard. Right to it. Keep going. Keep going. Okay.
It'll be just a
Good sweep.
little bit short, but certainly better there short than bouncing off.
That is absolutely the miss for that shot. It's not even really a miss.
No.
That is perfectly a perfectly acceptable pro side outcome for that shot.
Jason Smith is going to throw some peel weight, I think, at the rocks in front of the rings.
You like this ice? You want less?
I like that. That's good.
Okay.
Complicated house on sheet 4 right now that they're looking at. Let's watch while we watch Jason Smith deliver his stone.
Okay.
Opens it up
Put it back, huh?
slightly.
Yeah.
Pretty well, but it can be replaced.
I think we don't want to dead guard the red. Little left side of
Guards are not
doesn't really have any, like, even if
as
that yellow's
easy
open,
in championship ice as
I
they
don't think
might
he's
be in
gonna
a
have
club
anything
setting.
like
With so much swing on the ice, I've always said it's a bit like drawing the button. You have to throw it to a precise spot for how much ice you take.
Yeah, I think so too. It's halfway tight.
It's always a good thing when your wheel's throwing a guard.
True enough, he's looking for
About
this one halfway
halfway
tight.
Just gonna clean it here.
So he's
you're
going to
easy
jump up
too.
and help.
Okay. Done. Line's good. Line's good.
Line only.
Doesn't need to curl too much. Close though. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Straight.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Straight or curl?
Whoa. Clean. Clean it. A little bit. Yep, 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 yep.
I think it's
That's
pretty good.
Okay.
Well played. Tight, semi-tight where he wanted it, and in perfect position.
What are you seeing?
We see a lot of sort of intuitive
Can you get rid of
brushing
both?
going on, where sometimes a person jumps up and brushes, other times they back off. I think that's part of what makes the game appealing. You can be like other sports. There's some things that are a little more
Right now, we
intuitive
don't
and
really
not
have
by rote.
We need this.
What did you
We
usually?
need
Were you
this.
usually brushing your own
I
stones,
play
or
the
you weren't
yellow
brushing your
across.
own stones? I would guess, Christine.
Okay.
And your
help us?
playing partner, Riley
pick up the
Fenson.
5.
How much brushing did he do?
Or is it
So
better
Riley
just try to
throws
play
with a
the hair off
horsehair.
nose and double that?
That's
Oh.
how he learned to
Right.
throw. And what he feels most comfortable throwing with. So rather than
think
him
definitely
jumping
have
up
to
to
get rid of this
sweep,
one.
I
think let's
just
just get rid of this.
I
think
sweep
let's go
all
pick
of the middle
5,
3
I think.
rocks.
Okay.
And he sweeps first and last, unless we're throwing an
I don't wanna go
upweight
too
hit
far
that
across
doesn't
it.
require sweeping. And
Let's
I've
just play the hair off
also
nose and
started
double that
sweeping some of the
yellow
more
out.
downweight
Yeah, yeah.
stuff too. Really, the shots that Riley sweeps on for my last ones are draws and kind of 10 weight hits.
So a good lesson for anyone who is planning to play in a mixed doubles league next year at their club and doesn't want to sweep as much, throw with a horsehair broom or some kind of throwing device. That's the lesson I take away from that, Christine.
Yes. Yep. I'm wondering maybe that's why Riley throws with the horsehair.
Okay.
Jason Smith removes the guard that Ben Richardson placed, but doesn't get much action anywhere else. Would have liked to have opened it up a little more than that. Some very complicated rings over in sheet 4.
Just straight guard the red. And that's perfect.
Oh, it kind of looks like yellow.
Let me know
is
if you want me to
sitting
go early or anything.
4 on.
I'm probably going to hand this to you. I've
At
overthrown
least
a couple
Okay.
draws.
Yeah,
two,
I think
maybe
that's-
3.
that's a
Yeah.
smart-
Maybe
smart play.
possibly 4. Here comes Luke Violette throwing yellow. His last at the end, I believe. We'll see this rock come into the ring shortly on
It's
sheet
like a
4.
tight guard.
Okay. Easy.
Well, Jenna Burchesky throws the last
Mine's
stone
good,
for her
easy.
team in this end.
Got a
Trying
curl.
to replace that guard.
Looks pretty good to me.
Got a curl.
Got dueling guards going on.
Don't want to go for weight.
Oh,
think it'll be
really,
okay.
really don't want to bring this in too tight.
You certainly don't want to line
That's good.
something
Nice
up,
spot.
Right.
load it up.
That
Works out pretty well.
Yep, ended up in a good spot.
Okay.
And I think this
What kind of weight? I think like you need like.
challenging here,
Halfway.
I think, for Kim Rhyme to score.
Well, you can
More
throw
than
anything you want. I mean, you can throw just through, you can throw hack, you can throw a little harder and try to like make contact with this one, whatever.
I don't mind hack.
Huh?
I don't mind hack.
Okay.
Okay.
So they've settled on hack weight.
Just a hair inside nose.
Yeah.
I believe they're throwing the yellow-red bump with hack weight.
Yes.
Is it like here?
That looks like tight ice to me, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think that's close.
Well, Kim likes it. She has to cross it a little bit, I guess, right? And then try to cross the yellow a bit onto the red.
Hack. Bumper.
Whoa.
Over on sheet 4,
Whoa,
Monica Walker
close.
throwing her
Yep.
last.
Hard. Hard. Good.
Okay.
Excellent try by Kim Rhyme. And I'm not exactly sure of the result on sheet 4 yet. Monica Walker's last throw.
I think so, but it's probably measurable. But I think just this, right?
Big Violet giving those rocks on sheet 4 a good look. I mean, it appears to be about all I can determine.
It doesn't
from
really matter. We're playing the
this
tap
look is
anyway.
two yellow.
So I was a little heavy last time I threw this.
So Monica was able to cut them down.
Further out.
I believe
think
they
I'll
were
go just
lying,
into the 12s.
as you noted, Christine, almost, I think almost 4. I think it was 4. This is a shot for 3.
Just looks like 2 right now.
I like it.
Playing this angle tap for 3.
We got room. You might need to curl it. Okay, line's okay. Yep. 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 Curl it.
Needs to curl a little bit. It should finish.
Yep.
Just need to chisel it a little bit, and I think that's a great shot. Wow. Luke has announced 4. I think Alex Leichter's going to see if that's right. I'm going to guess they're going to measure for 4. It's 3 for sure. And they will measure for 4. So they're going to measure all 3 stones.
So,
Measuring for 4 yellow, but measuring 2 red stones. Some instruction about measuring the yellow first. The officials get no shortage of advice at these events sometimes.
I mean, all the events.
Actually, huge shout out to all the officials that are officiating this event and will be here for men's and women's as well. They're all volunteers. And we, all of the players, I think I can speak for, greatly appreciate all the time and effort that they have put into this event, being here early in the morning, dealing with us players. So yeah, a huge thanks to all of the officials and our ice makers as well, who have put so much time into making this event happen.
Excellent point, Christine, and that was 4. Luke Violet's early announcement of 4 was spot on, so it's now 5-2.
Top 4.
Heading into the 4th end, 5-2 for Violet and Geving against Walker Leichter. Meanwhile, in our feature matchup here on sheet 2, it is 5-1 now. Burchesky, Richardson versus Kim Rhyme and Jason Smith.
Felt pretty close.
Plenty of room.
Fine. Weight's good. Top 4.
Have we
Gotta
seen
curl.
any 6-enders this week? Do you know?
We saw 1 6-ender
Weight's good.
in
heavy,
the week,
maybe.
which is,
Pretty
I guess,
close,
the
though.
equivalent of a mixed doubles 8-ender, although I have to
freezing the
believe a
yellow?
6-ender in mixed doubles
Yeah, it's on the-
happens
But
more
it's
frequently than an 8-ender in traditional curling,
That's fine.
just by the nature of the game. We did see 1 6. In fact,
Probably a
I
little tap.
Yeah.
am reluctant to
I mean,
say
yeah,
that
I
it
think we
happened
gotta
right in
move
front of
these,
me,
huh?
and I barely
Yeah.
noticed it
kind of
because I
weight?
was in a conversation. But
Oh,
yeah, we
move-
did see a 6. I think it was
Just like back and forth, I think,
Sean
right?
Bonnier
Yeah, okay.
and Becca Wood had a 6. So some work to do here for Kim Rhyme and Jason Smith to get themselves back into this game. Certainly, Burchesky Richardson got a tiny bit fortunate when they scored 3, but Jenna threw it pretty well, but just tickled the guard, but still moved everything enough to score 3.
You're back 4 right now.
She was trying a fairly thin
line
double.
only.
Yep.
Yeah, a little light, maybe.
Yep.
T.
Hard. Hard. Where is it, Kim?
6.
Hard. Go.
5.
Hard.
6-5 means it's a little
right
short of the
little
tee line if
hard.
you're using the zone system, but I think it's a little better than a 6 or a 5. Well, 6.
Good run. Kill this one for sure if we make contact.
You're probably losing this one.
Yeah, but looking a little better. Well, I'm not sure I like that actually. Maybe just come here.
Yeah.
I think we just come here. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting, Ben is a musician, studied music
We're a little light, that's okay.
in college. Musicians actually tend to have a bit of a math brain too, so you can see some of that logic working in his, or hear some of it, the brain grinding, not hear it, hear his voice as he walks through things. So
Definitely gonna give this to you here.
I agree with this call to freeze. The original suggestion was to run, and I think, you know, they're only sitting 1 right now. Jason and Kim are only sitting 1 right now as it sits, and opening it up only gives them the opportunity to play off more of the rocks in the house and possibly get more points. So freezing is really their best option right now to try and keep that force on, because a force here is really good for Jenna and Ben.
well, and the run is sort of an all or nothing shot, right? If they
Absolutely.
make it good, but it looks like he's come up short here. They'd love to bounce this a tiny bit, I think.
Ah, sorry.
That's okay.
Not thrilled with that result. He does cover a little bit of his yellow, but Jason Smith can see.
That is twice that he has
Yeah,
overcurled
what
a
kind of
bit
weight?
with that rock, that second rock. Come up light and overcurled.
So they did have a chance to choose rocks from any sheet before the quarterfinal play. Now it goes in an order system, so the team that's ranked highest gets their first pick. So you don't necessarily get every rock you want.
Yeah,
Most players at this level keep a book on the rocks, championship rocks. That can be especially helpful if you compete regularly with these.
I think I got to throw less weight.
Yeah?
Jason,
Just hack. Same broom was okay.
You think? All right.
Jason got in the hack and feels like he has to throw a little less weight from what he can see.
Close.
Light.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, yep, yes. Yes, hard.
Lighter than he wanted to be, so it's curling hard.
Yep, stay on it, yep, hard. Go, 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 go.
Looks like he's going to crash on the guard as well.
Sorry, Kim.
So he just threw a little less than he intended,
here.
Yeah,
and
I like it.
paid for it with a little extra curl.
Yeah, I think that's what we do.
I guess Ben's playing the out-turn freeze here. Was that the call?
I believe they are throwing guard, actually, just to
Guard.
force.
Okay.
If we can bury a piece around our guard, that's perfect.
So we'd like to Christmas
Because then it
tree a
takes
little
away the
bit
run
here.
again.
Bury
So
half of his.
middle of 12, you think?
Yeah.
Or almost that yellow rock, I think, is a good target here. Something underneath that one. All right, just tight here.
Halfway.
Okay, I think you're there.
Ben's balance
Mine's
delivery
good.
is one to be modeled. Shoulders square.
Doesn't need to curl. Let it stop. Whoa. Whoa.
You're tight.
Whoa.
Halfway. Halfway
Whoa.
tight.
Are we bumping?
No.
No,
Yeah.
just let it stop. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now they're looking to maybe bounce this a bit. But
Okay.
Okay.
not exactly what they intended, but
Well, do we come? I mean,
effective.
This is my thought. Is we come down, we tap this like here. We sit like right here. This one shoots to here.
Okay,
You know, that way we have this angle.
right. I like it. I think so.
But then, does that help us though? I mean, how are we gonna get?
2.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just run this red one. We're sitting 1 right now.
Yeah, we want to get 2 though. Do we run the red one just a hair off nose and try to
Yeah, I
spill
mean, I
those out?
think you're either doing this. I don't mind if you do this.
I don't know if that helps us though.
Okay, then run
I
the
guess
red.
I'd have to throw that hard enough to move that back yellow one out of the forefoot.
Right. Okay, you feel good about running the red then?
I don't know. What do you think? I don't really have a thought. I think either one is pretty good.
I'm inclined.
Let's play this. They have to guard it again, right? They can't leave us at double.
Okay.
So they've elected to play the run, I believe. I kind of like the run considering the scoreboard. 5-1. I think it does give them a better chance to score.
Right where you want to hit
2.
it, Kim. Just a hair off nose on the outside.
So they've identified the yellow rock that's at the back of the button as kind of being the rock that's hurting them right now. They have to move it to make any of those other red rocks in the forefoot count. And the shot selection here is just which one is going to be better to get rid of that rock at the back of the button.
Just over curled by a fraction. He was hoping that if he could, even though the angle of that yellow on the red wasn't great for them, with enough action and weight, spill it.
Like that run with the shooter.
Curled up about an inch too much. That's when you wish you had a couple of brushers to push it back a bit.
Or a mulligan.
Like little outside, middle.
That's a rule they could implement in mixed doubles. Would be the mulligan. You get a 2 power play. You get a power play and 1 mulligan.
Just like right in front of the middle of the forefoot here. So I think right here.
So you want to
You'd have to use that mulligan judiciously. It'd be nice if you could save it for the last shot of the game.
No, you're good.
Oof, and he left the guard perfectly, covering those ones too, so now he doesn't even have the run anymore.
No.
Jenna puts this rock in a really good spot. I think that Jason and Kim might have a tough time scoring more than one.
I agree. I think it's within the ballpark here.
Line's good.
Yes, I think they'll have it'll
Got a
be
curl.
virtually impossible for them to score more than 1. Don't want to leave them something to use here, of course, but.
Oh, if this is heavy, I would be taking this way far away. No, it should
No, I
sit.
think it's going to be pretty good. He might want to tuck a little bit of it.
That's good.
Stop moving.
Nice shot.
There we go.
Yeah, that was the shot that Ben had originally planned to throw, and he came up a little short, just to tuck a piece. So now Kim Rime will try to draw just edge or back button.
This is a tough shot, but if anyone can make it, it is Kim Rime. That girl is the queen of the forefoot.
Here she comes, queen of the forefoot, Kim Rime.
Throwing a hit.
Oh,
I can
she's
hit it
playing the
nose,
huh? I don't think she likes it. Oh,
Not
I see
quite.
what she was trying.
Good try.
She might have been trying to throw the around the horn a little bit.
Trying to throw
That's a
that
good
and
throw.
spin up.
I like that weight.
1 red.
1 red. Yep.
I think it was just on a tricky side of the sheet too, with it being on that wall side. Yesterday we saw Luke and Eileen throw a very similar shot in a similar spot, and Luke actually took about 3 inches of negative broom.
It was definitely a tough shot. As we head to the end of we complete the 4th end, we're going to head to the break. The score is Burchesky, Richardson 5, Kim Rime, Jason Smith 2, and we'll head to the 4th end break and see you again shortly.
Check out this one. Long hair, loves to hike, and plays frisbee.
What is he, a Labrador?
So should I meet him?
You're not that adventurous.
Yes, I am. Try me.
Okay. Jump into that lake.
I'll do it.
Let's all do it. I'm in. This is crazy. You coming?
Seriously? It is way too comfortable in here.
It's freezing.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm the director, wheelchair curling.
And now we got Price doing it with the fifth inning break.
Right.
Fourth inning break, sorry.
All right, guys, welcome into what we call, and affectionately known this area as Butler Cabin, because it feels like we got a cozy fire, and I got my good friend, one of my favorite people in curling, Pete Annis, the wheelchair director for USA Curling. And boy, Pete, we color coordinated this morning. We both show up downstairs in the lobby of the hotel with Clemson orange on. I don't want to say that we planned it, but great minds think alike.
Absolutely.
All right, Pete, you guys, you're also the coach of Team Ruin, and we'll get to that in a second, but the director of the wheelchair program with USA Curling. You guys go over to Finland to the World B Championships. Obviously, the goal was to get top 3, but you guys wanted to come home with hardware and a medal, gold preferably, and that's exactly what you guys did, going over to Finland and bringing home the gold to qualify for the World Championships this coming October.
Yeah, it was super exciting to be part of that whole process.
Yep.
I can't say any negative things about any of the athletes in the program. They've worked so hard. I mean, originally we were going to Finland for the Bs in January. Things got postponed, just gave us more practice time. They took well advantage of it, and they've worked harder than any time I've been around.
Yeah.
And it's just been a joy to work with the team.
I talked to Steve Impt beforehand, this spring for one of our podcast interviews, and he told me the driving that he was doing. My jaw hit the floor when he told me how much time he spends in the car from where he lives up on the East Coast, going back and forth to different curling clubs to get that ice and the practice time in. And this was before to prepare. I heard it straight from him how much time he specifically was putting in, but I also know your entire team did the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think Steve was going round trip probably 3.5, 4 hours a day.
Unbelievable.
And, yeah, it just shows the level, the drive they wanted. They wanted to get to the Worlds. They wanted to get to Paralympics.
Yep.
We still have some work to do,
Sure.
but they keep on with the path they're going on. There's no doubt they'll hit their goals.
Yep, working with Rusty Schreiber, obviously, too, the coach of the team. And, this was kind of a redemption sort of moment. I know you weren't there for some of the past national competition, international competition specifically, like the Olympics, but this has been a slow